LaMonica gets it over. First touch by Hallgood. LaMonica touches it again. Pioneers get it over. McClanahan with the first touch, and now Olay on the other side there. Castelli gets it over. Now Hallgood setting it up on the near side, blocked by the Pioneers. And the Bears keep it alive. Bird sets it up for Olay, touched by LaMonica. And now Lincoln for Sima, went right to Hallgood. Bears get it over again. Now Lincoln, far side for Contois. Bird saves it. McClanahan gets it over for Olay. Now Castelli can't get it, and neither can LaMonica. Pioneers have to get this over, and they do. Bird has it now, and play still alive. LaMonica gets it over there, saved by Hallgood. Olay with the touch. Now Lincoln. Now Castelli. LaMonica gets it over there. Hallgood saves it. And Olay is able to get it over. Now Lincoln near side for Simon. Hallgood saves it again, and it goes out of bounds, and the Pioneers take the lead. Whew. I can catch my breath again, folks. Pioneers up 15-14. LaMonica serves it again. McClanahan now for Olay, blocked in front by the Pioneers. McClanahan now set up for Bird. Castelli got a hand on it. McClanahan again. Near side again, as that was a punch by the Bears. Now Simon gets it over. That's blocked in front, and LaMonica can't save it. There we go, Gregory back to serve. For the Bears, as set number 3 remains tied. And the Pioneers take the lead once again. And Miller will serve it away. As Pioneers try to add to their lead. As McClanahan sets it up for Bird. And that was touched on the way on the far side by the Pioneers. And set 3 is tied again.
To see what happens the rest of the way.
As IU East knows how to score goals, Kevin, they were up 4-0 in their last game against Midway. And then Midway came back to tie it. In just the second half alone, then IU East did end up getting the nod in overtime with Trevor Linke getting the goal. So they know how to score, but we'll see if the Pioneers can hold them off as Point Park will start off with the ball to begin half number 2 here at Highmark Stadium.
It looks like Point Park is starting the second half the same way they finished the first half, which is to say...
Attack, attack, attack?
Yes, and also the same 3-4-3, but personnel-wise, they have the 8 starters still in there, but Gabe Musa is working left outside midfield. Alan Pino, sort of the left forward there at the bottom of your screen, and Seth Schleicher is top of your screen, sort of right forward. So those guys are in the same spot they were to finish out the half.
So the Pioneers are going to be trying to get it back into the offensive zone. On the far sideline, it looks like that is Van Wees in the corner into the middle. Bell was in his direction. There was a header on the way. Bell keeps it in, though, in towards the goal. And just getting it out in time was IU East. It looks like that could have been... Trying to see who it is. I'm not sure if you got to look at it, Kevin. It might have been Ochoa.
That ball was dancing along the 6 there very nervously if you're an IU East fan, but they got it out of there.
So Coleman, now with nobody on him, now racing up with it is Alan Pino. He will give it back for Gibson.
I see Nolan Everts is in the game.
That is number 16.
Bottom of your screen there is a new player, I believe, at the half.
He did get some playing time, I believe, in the first half.
Okay.
So Coleman now is going to lead things up. He passes it off of the ground. He got it in for Ruiz, but picking that off was Musa. And now Kelly working with it on the far sideline, and now off for Interven. Interven will slide it over for Musa, who will give it back to Russell, who immediately kicks this one into the circle, but the first header goes for Miller, and now another header for IUEast as they look to get it into the offensive zone as Ruiz finds Ferrari. Here comes Ferrari looking to get past Montero. Montero denies him, and now Van Wees with control, and Hall slides to keep it in bounds on the far sideline. Hall in the corner looking to find somebody up front, and it was blocked on the way by Kelly, and now it is Van Wees. And now let's see where this will stay, and it looks like it is going to go with IUEast.
And this one will be on the foot of Gustavo Ferrari. He's got 8 assists, 13 goals, a lot of points here.
So let's see what the leading goal scorer can do. As it's going to go back to Ferrari, gets it in towards the middle. Oh, Russell, I believe, got a hand on it. I'm not sure if that hit the crossbar, Kevin.
It might have nicked it, but it just was high. As Ferrari has the hands on his head, he can't believe it. It was they set him up there, a little short touch, then gave it back to him. He ran into one real nice, and nice little touch there. Just floated over the top of the crossbar. We're still 1-0.
So Russell kicks it deep. Pino tried to get it, and instead it went off the head of Ruiz, and now another header by Miller. And now here is Marumbi. Marumbi tries to get it into the far sideline, and instead it is Cabrera on the run. Cabrera on the far sideline looking to get past Kelly. He is stopped. What a nice defensive stand once again by Connor Kelly.
He's doing a great job on the back, just like his defensive mates back there, Montero and Rose as well.
He's also a great photographer as well. If any of you followed along with Point Park basketball, he was usually the one taking all the pictures in the Student Center gym for the Point Park Athletics website.
Yeah, we're missing him as not usually a spring sport student athlete. We have him out to baseball and such, but there's still some work to do on the soccer field here.
And we'll see if the Pioneers can keep their long season alive, which goes back to September of 2020. And now Kelly with Cabrera. Cabrera keeps it in bounds, and Montero decides to leave it off for Russell, who picks up the ball, and Russell looks like he's going to drop kick this one deep. It goes way past midfield into the direction for Bell. Bell now keeps it. He has Pino to his left, but Bell will instead decide to go to the right side, gets a pass into the box. A sliding kick goes up to the executive suites here at Highmark Stadium, which are used for Riverhounds games, and it is going to be Gibson sliding it off for Coleman. Coleman now advancing it for Miller, and now it is Everts. Everts' lead pass is going to be taken away by Musa, and Musa into the middle. Bell gets it back. Bell just slides it in. Oh, it's off the crossbar, and they score!
What a goal.
Eric Bell gets his second of the game. Pioneers lead it 2-0.
He is having a tremendous game here. If it's his last game at Highmark Stadium, he's certainly making his mark here today.
Bell gets his 12th goal of the year. And the Pioneers lead it 2-0 with 39-20 left to go as IUEast is having a meeting as they have a lot to do now. Down 2 goals. Back above the arc for McHenry. Hands it off for Shafia now, and now Alves for 3. In and out, McHenry with the rebound, went right into his hands. Here's Callaway. Callaway gets below the arc, now takes it back out for Alves. Alves in for James. 11 to shoot for the Pioneers. Shafino will take it for 3. The bottom! So Lauren Shafino. Pioneers on fire tonight. It is 19-4. And here comes the Bears, and that was denied. Work with the shot. And here's McHenry. He has to retreat to get it, and now it's James. James at the elbow. Back for McHenry at the straightaway. Now it's Dougie Alves on the far side front court. He gets it for Callaway. 15 to shoot for the Pioneers. Now 10. Callaway one-handed pass. McHenry for three. It was off of the mark, and the rebound is taken by Work for the Bears. And here's Scruggs into the corner. Now Scruggs will take it for three, and it rolled around the rim, and Work gets the rebound for the Bears. So that's an offensive rebound. And there was a spinner around by down low, and the shot is missed. That was taken by number 30. That's Philip Mullins. Here's Dougie Alves. One-on-one with Johnson. Alves looking for a place to get it. He has to regain the ball. And here's Alves, and there was a poke in. And the foul is going to go against Scruggs. It's going to be an inbound on the far side front court for the Pioneers. Now the officials are saying it's going to be below the basket. Callaway to inbound. Loves it for McHenry. Shafino's wide open, but that is stolen away by Hayes. Here he comes. And it looks like Hayes might go to the line, and he will. And it's going to be against Dougie Alves. That's his first. And now Javante Hayes going to the line for the first time today, and the second time for the team. Tamon Scruggs was the last one. He was perfect on his set, and to keep the streak going. That eliminates a 4-0 run by the Pioneers. But the Golden Bears still down by 14 and make it 13. Now for the 2 free throws from Scruggs, he adds to his total with 4. Xavier Prince enters into the game, and he gets it off of Callaway. Bounce pass to McHenry above the arc. Ball is loose, and here comes Scruggs. Scruggs gets past Prince and too much power, but picking up the loose change is Haley. And the Bears get their second shot from the field tonight. There's Callaway. On the far side wing, he gets a pick from Prince, and the Bears will have it. It's going to be Xavier Prince with the foul. Looks like it was a block. And that's his first. And a 30-second timeout is going to be called by Coach Lewandowski.
Hello race fans, Colton DeBiase here once again for the Jennerstown Speedway race recap for September 12th, 2020. It was a phenomenal night of racing, which included some returning visitors to the track. So let's cue the highlights.
There was a new addition to the track this week as the must-see sprint cars made their third consecutive visit to the Big J on a chilly night in Somerset County. After all the heat races, the first feature up was the Somerset Trust Fast and Furious 4s. And it started off with terrible luck for the number 7 of Evan Nybert, who had damage to the rear of his car. That brought out the caution, and after the restart, Michael Mole took command of the lead. He would hold on to it until the 7th lap, until the sophomore driver in Michael Saylor came up from 9th place to take the lead. He would hold on to it for the remaining 8 laps and claim his first win of the season. Now on to one of the closest point battles at the Speedway with the Ron's Collision Center Street Stocks. Mel Wilt, who led a few laps last week, was up front in that red 33. But it didn't take long for the 95 of Aaron Van Fleet to get around Wilt on the inside coming out of turn 4. Van Fleet, who was second in points going into the night, had to fight off the 20 of Josh Kokenauer and the points leader Casey Flegel. but Van Fleet was able to pull off one last block on both of them out of the final turn as Van Fleet picks up the win, but Flegel still maintains the points lead over Van Fleet by just 6 points. Next up was the Soystown Auto Records Modifieds. Rookie Doug Glessner jumped out to the early lead as all the cars scrambled around the track. Then came the 75 of RJ DeLappy, the second place driver on the outside, to take the lead away from Glessner. DeLappy would pull away from the rest of the field as the points leader, Anthony Aiello, tried to catch him, but it looked like it was too late for the 31. But I spoke too soon, after a caution came out after the 83 of Cindy Shawless spun out in turn 2. During the restart with 8 laps to go, Aiello got a terrific restart as he passed DeLappy on the outside going down the backstretch. DeLappy did everything he could to run the 31 down, but it was Aiello coming out with the win as he extends his points lead. Then it was time for the visitors to start their engines, the must-see sprint cars. Before the race started, the cars made a commemorative lap to honor former driver Jerry Carrier and the head of American racer Dave Matter. Then the cars started the race with the number 88 of Jimmy McCune jumping out to the lead as the cars went flying down the track. McCune would extend his lead for the first 5 laps, but there were problems for the 81 of Steve Cernak, who spun out in turn 3. He would stay in the race, however. On the restart, McCune would take the lead once again ahead of the 50M of Brian Gerster. McCune still controlled the lead when we got our second caution as the number 6 of Kevin Feeney was stuck on the backstretch. Back to restart number 2. McCune picked up where he left off, taking the lead once again. Everything was smooth sailing for McCune until the third caution of the night for debris, but there was trouble for the 9S of Charlie Schultz, who spun out after the caution was thrown. He went to the pits to work on his car and was able to resume. After the restart, McCune jumped out to the lead, but the 50M of Brian Gerster was right behind him. After seeing enough of McCune in the lead, Gerster took the spot away from him in turn 4. Gerster would pull away from McCune, but with 2 laps to go, a caution was flown as the 36 of Tony DeCare was stuck on the front stretch. He would return to the race and single file with 2 laps to go on the restart. Gerster would block the field from McCune and dash away from the field as Brian Gerster picked up his first win this season for the must-see sprint cars. There was still some fun left at the track with the remaining 2 features of the night. First off was the Martellus Pharmacy late models. Close quarters to start the race as the 95 of Gary Rolltrout and the 13 of Brandon Marhevka battled for the lead going down the backstretch. But it didn't take long for the points leader in Albert Francis to make his run for Marhevka. After a few laps, Francis was able to get around the 13 for the lead as he brought the defending track champion in Teddy Gabala with him. Gabala had enough of looking at the back bumper of Francis as he challenged for the lead on the outside. They went door to door on each other for 3 laps. Coming into the night, Gabala was third in points, so the 3 car gave it all he got to take some points away from Francis for the championship. Gabala was able to get around Francis on the outside of turn 2 to take the lead. Francis was in striking distance of Gabala many times, but Teddy G was able to hold on to the lead and pick up his second feature win of the season. The last feature of the night was the Farmers Union Co-op Chargers. The 15-lap feature started off with rookie Will Heminger in the lead. It only took 2 laps, however, as the number 7 of Steven Singo took the lead away from Heminger. While Singo held on to first, the points leader, Dale Kimberly, was challenging the 27 and the second-place driver in points and Cal Burkholder for second. While this was going on, Singo extended his lead as he picked up his first feature win of the season to conclude a terrific night of racing with only 1 week left on the 2020 schedule.
And fans, don't forget that next Saturday, September 19th, is the weekend we all have been waiting for, Championship Night, as our 5 divisions of racing will conclude a terrific season as they all try to compete for the Speedway's most coveted prize on top of the Motor Mountain. You won't want to miss it.